Hello you lot, Miller Corner here, welcome back once again, and just a quick note that this video and the next video were filmed out of sequence, so my hair will miraculously grow and then get shorter, and the same for my beard pretty much, so just a quick heads up for you, those of you keeping an eye in the comments on how all of my hair is doing. Yeah, they call me weird. Something completely different today. For Valentine's Day, my girlfriend got me a selection of different car-themed presents, and one of them was just too awesome to pass up. This is something I've got to share with you. Behold, an original Seicento brochure. We believe this to be circa 2001 because there's a facelift Seicento on it. That's right, an original Fiat Seicento brochure from the early 2000s, and this is frankly absolutely awesome. My girlfriend, I know you watch these videos, thank you again, this is wicked. So without further ado, not that I'm in any way stealing this idea from Ed from Twin Cam, let's read a Seicento brochure. Right then, Fiat Seicento, a lovely happy girl on the front cover. She's happy because she's got a Seicento, which means she's doing style right. So let's open it up. Oh, feel the 90s immediately. Look at the hair, look at the colour scheme, look at those glasses. Fiat Seicento, kindred spirits. Oh, this is already absolute class. Let's flick and see what else we've got. Oh wow, massive rev counter, which you always rev to the red line. Those are the rules. Look, brand new Seicento dial there, 4 miles on the trip. It's 22 minutes to 3. For some reason. Colour your world. Drive it just once and you'll realise that life without the Fiat Seicento would be as bland and uninspiring as a world without colour. Correct, particularly if it's yellow. When a Fiat Seicento drives past, it does much more than turn heads. It lights up the road. It has personality, an excess of sheer style, adding a touch of colour and originality to a world of design conformity. Sheer poetry. To see what makes the Seicento so desirable, simply step inside. Just turn the ignition and the excitement commences. You'll notice the difference all around you, the high levels of quality. And the design ingenuity that has made Fiat the epitome of innovation and flair. Look at that rev counter, you know they're not lying. Now get ready for some pleasant surprises. The Fiat Seicento's instruments and controls are lit by soothing orange illumination. In fact, the Fiat Seicento is distinguished throughout by warm, sensuous shades. It is what Fiat designers call the colours of energy and vitality. Warm colours that buzz with irrepressible Latin creativity. Fiat Seicento, add colour to your life. Already, I want one. Oh, wow. Oh, just behold the 90s-ness, that 90s family, that is incredible. Look at that guy's shirt. He's got offset coloured blocks because he's cool. Look at that yellow belt. What is that bracelet? Why would you wear that outfit with those... Hang on, look, I'm not going to comment on style here. Fiat Seicento Sporting has a distinctive and aggressive front spoiler incorporating front fog lights. Oh, yes. Missing a stripe, but oh. Forget everything you've ever heard about conventional design. The Fiat Seicento has been conceived and built to set new standards. It's powered by a sophisticated engine, which came out in 1985, which is quiet and environmentally aware, as well as efficient and economical. The Seicento, remember it's a Fiat, and forget all those tired old cliches about compact cars. In all seriousness, this is actually a very promising bit of marketing because obviously by the early 90s, what with the Uno being a bit plasticky and the X19 basically crumbling as soon as you mentioned rain, Fiat did have a design reputation to try and restore for quality and for building cars that could actually last and weren't just outdated rusty old wrecks. So bright modern colours, bold marketing, stuff like this, and forgetting all the cliches. It's a big effort. You don't see something that bold in marketing these days. You just see things like, oh, redefine yourself, buy a Renault Kadjar. I want this. Look at this, even the lower spec models are made to look interesting with bright colours. The Fiat Seicento SX has body coloured bumpers, central locking, manual tilt sunroof and electric front windows. You're laughing, but back in like 2001, those were all really cool features to get in a car that you could buy for like $5.5, $6 grand. That's awesome. The choice is yours if you're looking for truly outstanding value from a car which is well equipped and combines, a page being in the way, proverbial fuel economy, what? With excellent performance, look no further than Fiat Seicento S. Should you require all that style and panache with even more refinement and a higher level of specification, the natural choice would be the Seicento SX. For a car with livelier acceleration and a superior level of performance, you'll want a different car. But alternatively, the Fiat Seicento Sporting would give you everything you desired if you don't actually desire any more performance, although presumably that bit got cut out for the production printed version. Its sporty credentials can be further enhanced with the addition of the optional Abarth kit, including tailgate spoiler, side skirts, 14-inch alloy wheels, and special interior trim. And you know what? That immediately looks cool, doesn't it? Like, you've got bright colours, you've got a bright shape of the car there. Look, there's a spoiler, there's a side, well, there's a bit of a side skirt. Fiat is also at the forefront of alternative fuel technology. Although not available in the UK, what's the point of putting it in the brochure then? The Seicento Elettra is an advanced, fully operational electric car without harmful emissions or noise pollution. The Fiat Seicento. Go on, express yourself. Just not with electricity, because we can't offer that version. And indeed, they never did. But one day, I do want to drive a Seicento Elettra. If you're watching and you've got one, get in touch. So keen. How about this picture? Look, it's a happy couple meeting over a whatever that is. And they both got their Seicentos, and she's doing better than him because she's got a sporting model. He doesn't even get grills under his headlights or a number plate by the look of it. Look at all these things that aren't Seicentos. Shall we just gloss over this fashion sense here and move on? The Seicento is manoeuvrable enough to slice through even the heaviest traffic and slip comfortably into parking spaces you wouldn't even attempt in other cars, yet powerful enough to more than hold its own on the open road. This is actually true. When you think that a Seicento cost about the same amount of money as a Daewoo Matiz, and in the Seicento you've got a car with a modicum of refinement and some actual motorway ability, you can't deny it was genuinely an advanced car for its time, considering how cheap it was as well. The Fiat Seicento may be an absolute delight to drive, but it is by no means just a driver's car. Everyone is welcome on board. The Seicento is compact, but it's by no means small. The interior is light, surprisingly roomy, if your definition of surprisingly roomy is bigger than a mouse hole, and effectively soundproof. Every detail is finished to perfection, and high standards of quality are paramount. We keep coming back to this word quality because Fiat was so determined to make people see that they did know how to make good quality cars. Children may be messy and have sticky fingers, but even they will feel at home in the Seicento. Not sure what they meant by that. Additional storage space is available with split folding rear seats, not available on the S. I never knew that. Do S's not have a split folding rear seat? Look at some of these colours. Oh, this is so bright and vibrant. RDS stereo radio cassette with removable security panel. Sporting version includes a single CD player and an RDS stereo radio. Look at that. Late 90s Sony stereo. That is awesome. If you've got one of these, get in touch. I want to buy it off you. That is awesome. Proper period stereo with all the important controls intuitively located and easy to reach. They genuinely are. Actually, everything really does fall to hand because, of course, in a cabin that small, nothing is more than 3mm away. The long sweeping fascia panel not only reflects the flowing lines of the car, it also completely free of sharp corners. The aesthetics of safety. That's a good point, because if there's no sharp corners, you're not going to hurt yourself. For convenient storage of all the things people need on journeys, there is a large oddments shelf on the passenger side. Why not just put a glove box in? Please put a glove box in. Both versions may be customised to individual requirements by choosing from a list of options including metallic paint and a full-length electric sunroof. Oh, flashbacks to the temporary daily, as well as a host of Fiat-approved accessories. You don't get those anymore. Whatever happened to manufacturer-approved accessories? Look at this. Look, just all these like late 90s, early 2000s, like that colour streak there. Whoa, look at the action. That is the same shot we saw earlier, but look how cool that is. Slide behind the wheel and let your hands feel the quality of the soft, leather-trimmed steering wheel and gear knob. The anatomical seats are comfortable yet firm enough to offer the support the body needs when cornering hard, as long as you don't have more than 4 inches from shoulder to shoulder, at which point you're sitting more on it than in it. The rev counter is located above the central fascia in tribute to the racing cars of a bygone era. Really? Enhanced by the titanium effect finish on the fascia panel. Just, oh, this is awesome. This is so cool. Wow! You can be like these hip, young, trendy people who go to the carousel in their Seicento Sporting. How cool is that? That alone would make you want one. Stylish, chic, you can be a woman with yellow mini shorts on, or you can be a business executive who goes to big high-rise buildings. The Seicento is for you. I think they're kind of really trying to push this whole chic and cool for trendy young people, because you get a lot of these kind of images, like this kind of tropical beach stuff going on, women dressed with sporting gear on. These ones are loads of young people, look, trendy young people with trendy hair, going to the kind of fun fair. Look, this is just all about pushing that kind of, it's for young people, it's cool and trendy. Because of course around this time there weren't many really small cheap cars that were aimed at young people other than the Saxos, and a Saxo was twice the price of a Seicento, so they're trying to push that whole cheap and trendy image, but the quality is the most important thing. Look at this action shot, karate kicking gymnast woman here, lots of young people again, they're all young, they're all very trendy. The sparkling performance of the Fiat Seicento is made all the more spectacular by its excellent economy. I'm not quite sure by whose definition the performance is spectacular, but we'll gloss over that. 54 horsepower, 1.1 litre MPI engine is a superb tribute to the skill and ingenuity of Fiat engineers. On the Fiat Seicento Sporting, this engine is coupled to a close ratio gearbox to provide quicker acceleration, improved responsiveness and higher levels of performance. They're really pushing this whole sporty thing. Look, we've got screaming dials, and look, they're even making a fuel gauge look exciting. Look, they're not actually even doing 40 miles an hour in this picture, but somehow they're still making it look dynamic and exciting. And look, you've got a cutaway there, see the mighty fire engine, RIP, and bright yellow. Oh, it's just so cool. Having fun and complete safety is the cornerstone of the Fiat design philosophy. Don't be fooled by its size. The Seicento may be one of the best looking compact cars you'll ever see, that's correct, but also one of the toughest. The elegant lines conceal a hardened, crumple resistant steel cage which gives protection to all the occupants, all of them, even that person you've kidnapped and put in the boot. All versions have Fiat's unique fire prevention system with an inertia switch and double fuel cut-off valve. The tank is made out of impact resistant material and is fitted with a valve to prevent fuel leaks after collision. They're really going after this whole advanced high-tech thing. Look, we've got a cutaway diagram showing all the crumple and crash bars and all the safety. And the whole thing with this is how enthusiastic everything is. You've got all these really bright colours, you've got these really flamboyant descriptions and these really kind of funky pictures of young people going to the fair, and this is, you can tell, a product that Fiat genuinely cared about. They genuinely wanted to make something that was modern, that was cool, and that was something that people would aspire to own. And you know what? You appreciate it even more when you realise how they pitched it. Look, this young people, cool, trendy things. This is a product they wanted to do well, and it's the product they were happy to go the whole 9 yards with plugging it as something advanced, something sporty. This is so cool. Something like this gives provenance for why a model was significant. This isn't your whole kind of over-touted, written by someone who's never even experienced the car. This is written passionately by someone who knows what Fiat and what small Fiats are all about. Seicento, we have so much in common. Look at that. Absolutely incredible. The journey to your next Fiat car starts here on the new fiat.co.uk website, an informative and fun way of researching into and selecting your next car. The key to your next car is only a few mouse clicks away. Wow. That was awesome. There you go, a trip back in time to the early 2000s, back when you'd get words like Latin creativity and the epitome of design flair in a brochure for a car, and you get pictures of people just doing yoga for no obvious reason because it makes the car look more cool and more youthful. This is an awesome thing. I love this. I basically live in 2001, as you've probably worked out, and I still remember at the time looking at car brochures and kind of my dad bringing stuff home from work because he worked at Renault at the time, so he brought home marketing brochures and things like that, and I remember all these kind of odd contrast of yellows and these really kind of overexposed and oversaturated pictures to add some drama and some flair to stuff, and absolutely love it. And this was pretty much across the whole Fiat range at the time. Fiat were plugging cars like the Seicento, kind of little flary, exciting little hatchbacks, right the way over to stuff like the Doblo, which was just a diesel van. They made everything kind of exciting and they put real passion into marketing them and writing about them. And this is back when it was cool to care in marketing for cars. Now it's all so serious and so dull and so grey. You get an SUV driving through a city with no one in it, and you get $199 a month on finance, 24.9% APR representative. Your house is at risk if you do not keep up repayments. No, this is epic, and I absolutely love it. This was a proper trip back in time for me, and obviously if you were there at the time you might remember this, and if you weren't, this is a great way to experience it. Jump on eBay, old car brochures are not expensive, and the smile per pound ratio is fantastic. Massive thank you to my girlfriend for giving me this. This is one of the best presents I've ever got. I adore it. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Catch you soon, and have a good one.